completely dark blackness, no light, no shadows, no nothing.
I've seen what the world looks like, and it still looks the same in my dreams.
Took a little razor blade and shredded the red silk by hand, and then placed a few of the little shreds to make it look like more realistic blood vessels. But the beginning process involves basically squirting a gel into the cavity of my eyeball, and the gel then hardens and takes the shape of the space in my eyeballs. So it's specifically molded to fit my eye. I see nothing. I've got completely no light perception, completely dark blackness all the time. I could go stare into the sun and see nothing. Nothing.
It was a slow process going through it, just slowly watching the world get a little darker and a little darker, but at the same time I kind of had, I guess, almost time to kind of say goodbye and prepare to be blind, say goodbye to the visual world and get ready to be blind. So.
I'm out with family or whatever, and everybody's looking at whatever it may be, watching the kids play basketball, or just watching the sunset, or any of these little things that people take for granted. It's not, I'm not going to see these things anymore. When I use my cane, I use what they call shoreline. I feel for the line where the sidewalk meets the grass, and I can follow that line and continue down the street in a straight line that way.
And I don't think anything is going to fit in here. Oh, that's the wrong one anyway. Oh, did you get more Macons?
I did.
Excellent. Yep, I got it.
Okay. We've been married for 11 years. It was a delicate balance of when do I help, when do I let him figure things out, when do I push him to do things.
Can you hand me the salad bowl? Left. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
How I can be his wife and not be in a caregiving role or be in a let me just do that kind of way, and force him to kind of do his thing without being overbearing.
I'm guessing India must still be out there.
Yeah, I'm sure Beth is smoking like a chimney with the nice weather.
Mm-hmm.
I like to make sight jokes a lot. If I don't, I figure nobody else will.
Hey, how you doing? Good to see you.
Everybody else is too uncomfortable about, making blind jokes around the blind guy. And,
You get away with a lot having a blind husband, don't you? I have Netflix on my iPhone, which is nice because I don't have to worry about the screen size. It doesn't bother me.
What are you talking about?
Naked pictures of me just sitting out.
They're not out. It's underneath the table in a basket.
Oh, okay. Now I have eyes.
It's in that bunch that your mom gave me with all your high school pictures.
Okay, it's not like up sitting next to Simon's picture
No.
displayed.
One of the things I started learning about when I was losing my sight was the number of assaults that happen against people who are blind. A couple of weeks ago in Madison, where I live, there was a legally blind guy who bumped into somebody outside a bar, completely on accident, had no idea. and the person he bumped into turned around and started hitting him, started punching him. As long as I can remember, I have wanted to take a martial art.
And then found the
Most
Oh, yeah.
martial arts are very visual based.
I don't know where. Well, there.
Perfect.
It's my knee. Kind of feel close to your chest. Okay.
Something like karate, where you're standing and punching and kicking with an opponent, obviously isn't really conducive to someone who doesn't have any vision. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which is all hands-on, very similar, I would say, to wrestling, where you're constantly in contact with your opponent, but the goals are a little different. Instead of pinning your opponent, you're learning takedowns and submission holds.
Oh, that's
Yep,
right.
that way.
Okay.
Yep, and make me scratch my shoulder. Go ahead. There you go. Nice.
But once I started taking the classes in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, I noticed that it started helping with my orientation and spatial awareness skills, and it was a boost to my confidence. So now we're going to move on to what's called the outside grab. I have a couple of different things that I'm able to teach. The Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which is, like I said, a specific martial art. The other thing that I teach is the one-touch self-defense system, which is actually not a specific martial art, but takes techniques from a few different martial arts and combines them, and it's specifically designed to be taught to blind people.
Nice. That was smooth.
And then come back to you.
Yep.
Okay.
I have to just go on. I have to live my life as close to as close to the way I would have if I weren't blind. With your palm up and your thumb closer to her.
I think you're right.
This way. Is that? Let's see, where are your hands here? That seems correct. Let me see here. This is your right.
Yep, that's like the inside of my arm right there.
Okay, okay. Yeah, yep. You have it correct. That's correct. And, it's a huge self-confidence booster, and if I can help somebody else by doing that, then that really that's part of the reason, a big part of the reason that I'm doing what I do.
They're going to be shocked as hell that some blind woman just put them on the ground. I grabbed the wrong blind person.